The world of Panem was built on ashes. From the ruins of war rose a capital overflowing with wealth, color, and power, surrounded by 12 districts drowning in poverty. And every year, the capital reminded the people who truly ruled them. With a sacrifice, a ceremony, a game forged from cruelty, the Hunger Games. In District 12, the poorest corner of Panem, lived a girl who had learned to survive by losing everything. Her name was Katniss Everdeen, 17 years old, tough, silent, sharp as an arrow. She woke before dawn, as always, to the cold air of a broken world. The sun had barely touched the sky when she reached the fence. Beyond it lay the forest, illegal, dangerous, forbidden, but rich with life, the only place where she felt free. There she met him, her closest friend, her hunting partner, Gale Hawthorne. Together they survived the hunger that swallowed District 12. Not by stealing, but by fighting nature with bow, snare, and courage. Gale looked at her that morning, face hard, jaw tight. "It's reaping day," he said quietly, as if she could have forgotten, the day the capital claimed 2 children from each district to fight to the death for entertainment. Katniss tried to smile, but it faded quickly. They gathered berries, rabbits, herbs, a silent ritual of distraction. Gale finally whispered, "Maybe we could run away. Just you and me." But they both knew the truth. There was no escape from Panem. Back home, Katniss found her sister Prim trembling. 12 years old, tiny, gentle. The light of Katniss's world, Prim couldn't stop shaking. She had never been in a reaping before, and the capital system was cruel. The poor entered their names many times in exchange for food. But Prim, her name was only in once. "Nothing will happen to you," Katniss whispered, pulling her close. "I promise." Mother braided her hair. Katniss wore a simple dress, and together they walked toward the square, toward fate. The square overflowed with the entire district. Men, women, starving children. Peacekeepers guarded every corner, rifles gleaming. Then she arrived, Effie Trinket, bright pink curls, lavish clothing, perfect makeup. Her smile was sharp as glass, her voice unnaturally cheerful. "Happy Hunger Games, and may the odds be ever in your favor." Katniss felt sick. Effie lifted the glass bowl filled with thousands of names. "Ladies first." Time slowed. Katniss squeezed Prim's hand. A hand dipped into the glass. Fingers brushed paper. A slip was drawn. Effie unfolded it with theatrical joy, and the world shattered. Primrose Everdeen. For a moment, Katniss forgot to breathe. Prim screamed. Her tiny legs buckled. People gasped. Katniss pushed through the crowd, her voice breaking. "I volunteer." Peacekeepers froze. The district went silent. Katniss stood trembling, but unbroken. "I volunteer as tribute," Prim sobbed, clutching her. Katniss held her close. "It's okay, it's okay." But her eyes said something else. This was goodbye. The crowd bowed their heads, not in celebration, but in mourning. A silent salute, 3 fingers raised. For honor, for rebellion, for Katniss Everdeen. Effie, flustered yet excited, continued, "And now, for the boys." Another hand dipped into another bowl. A name echoed through the cold air. Peter Mellark. Katniss blinked. Peter, the baker's son. The boy with the bread, the boy who saved her life once when she was starving. She remembered rain, mud, hunger, and a boy standing in the rain, tossing a burned loaf to her feet when no one else would help. That boy was now her partner, her ally, her fellow tribute, and possibly her enemy. They were taken inside the Justice Building for their final goodbyes. Her mother and Prim rushed in. Prim cried, "You can't go, Katniss. You can't." Katniss knelt, forcing a smile. "You're stronger than you think, Prim. Take care of Mom. Listen to Gale. Don't let them starve." Her mother sobbed silently. Katniss looked her dead in the eyes, strong, fierce, trembling. "You can't leave her again, not this time. Prim needs you. Promise me." Her mother nodded, tears falling. Gale came next. His voice was steady, but his eyes were broken. "Get a bow," he said. "You're the best shot I know." She wanted to say so much, but the moment was torn away as peacekeepers dragged him out. Katniss and Peter were escorted to the Capitol train, a luxurious machine, everything gleaming, polished, unreal. Food covered entire tables, rich, colorful, wasteful. Katniss felt sick again. Peter tried to talk to her, gentle questions, soft attempts. But Katniss kept her walls high. To survive the games, she told herself, she could not afford to care. Effie lectured them on posture, manners, smiles. Their mentor, Haymitch Abernathy, stumbled into the room drunk as ever. He glared at them, wiping his mouth. "You two are going to die, unless you learn to follow instructions." Katniss clenched her jaw. Peter remained calm. Haymitch smirked. "Good. You're fighters. You'll need that." The train stopped. A shimmering city of neon lights, towering buildings, flying hovercrafts, and crowds dressed in impossible colors lay before them. Panem's capital. They were paraded through the city as cameras flashed, fans screamed, and announcers celebrated the beginning of the games. It was surreal, beautiful, and horrifying at once. Katniss felt like prey on display. She and Peter met their stylists, and from there the world changed. Their costumes, black coal suits lined with flickering synthetic fire, captivated the entire nation. When they rode through the Capitol in burning chariots, hands together, faces fierce, the crowd erupted in awe. For the first time, the nation had a favorite, the girl on fire. Training began. Katniss learned the strengths of the other tributes, the careers, trained killers, the stealthy, the strong, the merciless. She practiced with her bow, the weapon she trusted most. Peter trained quietly, lifting weights, throwing heavy objects with frightening accuracy. But it was his words, not his strength, that became their greatest advantage. During their televised interviews, each tribute tried to stand out. But Peter Mellark shocked the nation. "I came here with the girl I love," he said calmly. The audience gasped. Even the interviewer leaned in. "She came here with me, and I don't think she knows." Katniss froze, her heart stuttered. This wasn't strategy, or was it? The world believed it. The star-crossed lovers of District 12. A love story in a massacre. A perfect narrative for the Capitol's entertainment. Katniss stormed backstage. "You had no right." Peter looked at her softly. "I just wanted to help." She didn't know whether to scream or cry. She wanted to hate him, but couldn't, because deep inside, she knew Peter meant it. Finally, the night before the games. The Capitol feasted, tributes smiled nervously, and Katniss stared out her window at the dark arena she could not yet see. Haymitch placed a hand on her shoulder. "Stay alive. If anyone can, it's you." She nodded, fear replaced by steel. Dawn. Katniss rose silently, dressed in her arena suit, hair tied back tight. She stepped into the launch tube, the glass cylinder rising, higher, 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 until sunlight flooded her vision. The arena. a deadly circle of weapons and traps. The cornucopia gleaming in the center, tributes around her, breathing hard, eyes wide with terror. Katniss steadied herself. This was no game. This was survival. This was war. The countdown began. 10, 9, 8. Katniss locked her eyes forward. 7, 6. Her heartbeat thundered. 5, 4. She gripped her fists. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Hunger Games.